Hello, this is Bishop Frank Stewart, and welcome to Sowing Seed into Men. This is a leadership forum. These are some basic principles that I share frequently with the men of my congregation, and now I'm sharing them on YouTube to all of you and your friends, whether male or female, that would like to engage in these principles of leadership. Today, the seed is to have a vision for your family. You must first have a clear vision for yourself. That is in fact. And that's true. I cannot take my family any further than I'm willing to go myself. Where I go, my family goes. What I decide to do, that's going to impact my family. I remember as a young man when I first married, how that, of course, my father had always encouraged me to go and get a higher education. And of course, his father was a professor and in education. And his mother, my grandmother, was in education and a nurse. And when I first got married, I wasn't that interested. And I ended up getting a job working for Chrysler Motors here in Southern California. They made the Plymouths, the Dodges, and Chryslers. And this place was in Bell Gardens, California. And while doing that job on an assembly line, I realized that that was not the vision that I wanted for my life. It was so haphazard. It was difficult work. It was working on an assembly line. Today, most of that work that I used to do back then, it's done by robots today. So sometime you may see on television these robots. They are spot welding. They are doing the connection of the metal for these cars. And they do everything by robot. Well, at that time, when I was a youngster, we were the robots. It was just a physical job. And it was 10 and 12 hours of physical job. And I realized that that's not what I wanted to do for myself or for my family. And the reason I was doing that is because my vision was very limited. All I was thinking about, well, it paid good money, but there were so many disadvantages for myself. And those disadvantages for myself in working for a manufacturer of cars was impacting my wife. Of course, we didn't have children at the time, but it was impacting my wife and the family that I had. And that's when I clearly began to hear my father talking to me about furthering my education and sacrificing to develop a vision for myself. And once I developed a vision to go and get more schooling and a vision to suffer through all of the stress of school and whatever, it made all of the difference in my life for myself, and ultimately it made the difference in my life and my family's life. Today, my vision and what I'm doing now and how I'm able to impact my family and take care of my children, which are all grown, but I made a great contribution into my own kids' life. I'm able to, and I have made a great contribution into my grandchildren's life. In fact, I have one great granddaughter, and this month is going to be her birthday. And the month that I'm doing this taping is going to be her birthday. And I have a great investment that I'm going to make for her as a 1-year-old child. All of this has come about because I had a vision for myself, and I was willing to sacrifice for that vision. And I developed where I could have a decent job and I could get decent pay, and it's impacted my life personally, and quite naturally, as it's impacted my life, it has impacted my whole family's life. And so, to have a vision for your family, you must first have a vision, a clear vision for yourself. And that clear vision for yourself, believe me, whether it's clear or not, what you do is going to impact your family. So that's how you have to think, brothers, if you're going to be a good family man. You have to think, where am I going with this lifestyle that I have? how is this lifestyle going to impact my children and my children's children? And so there's a sacrifice involved, there's some time involved, but take it from me, it's worth it. It's worth the time, it's worth the sacrifice. So to have a vision, this is the seed for today, for your family, you must first have a clear vision for yourself. So get a clear vision for yourself. How do you do that, Bishop Stewart? Pray and ask God to show you exactly what He wants you to do. Sometimes the Holy Spirit will just sovereignly begin to reveal to you what He expects you to do and the purpose of your life in this world. And the real clear purpose of your life in this world is something that you should be able to involve God in too. And once you establish where you're supposed to go with this purpose in your life, it's going to take you and your family there. It's good talking to you. Keep this in mind, this seed, and apply it to your life. If you have any comments or any responses, be sure to email me at frankstewart@zcfla.org. That's frankstewart@zcfla.org. Until next time, you keep loving the Lord as He continues to love you.